Katrina, how are you? I'm so good. I don't even know how good I am. That line is not my line. Originally, it was my grandfather's line. And today I want to share with you an idea that sometimes the people that shape our lives the most, sometimes are the people that we don't fully understand until much later in life. Sometimes the legacy that changes your life isn't wrapped in perfection. Instead, it's wrapped in redemption. By the end of this video, I want you to think about the legacy that you are building. My grandpa Bill was one of those men. He would walk into a grocery store and somebody would yell across the aisle,
"Hey, Bill!"
He'd walk into the drugstore and somebody would yell,
"Bill, good to see you."
He'd walk down Main Street and people would stop him in the middle of the sidewalk just to greet him. He was known, he was loved, he was respected. He owned the local real estate company. He was involved, he showed up, he shook hands and he looked people in the eye. He was a man of integrity. And every time somebody asked him how he was doing, he would say,
"I'm so good, I don't even know how good I am."
As a child, I didn't get it. I just thought,
That's my grandpa again.
but here's the uncomfortable truth, and it matters because we didn't always have a close relationship. It wasn't picture perfect, and it wasn't storybook sweet. In fact, for a large part of my life, we didn't connect deeply. We barely connected in reality. It's hard to admit, because when somebody feels universally loved by everyone, and you don't feel that closeness with them, there's this quiet tension that's there. But then the last year and a half of my grandfather's life, it shifted. My grandma had died and I moved to his town, and we became very intentional about seeing each other at least once a week. And all of a sudden it became a real conversation. It had depth to it. It became conversations about family and business and faith and legacy. I began to see my grandfather differently. Not the public version, not the version that I had grown up knowing, but I got to know him as a human being. I got to know his heart. And that year and a half, it changed me. It lives in me today because I realized something powerful. I realized that you can have imperfect beginnings and have a powerful legacy. You can have relationships that weren't always easy or pleasant, but you can leave an impacting legacy on them. He did that for me. But what he actually left behind wasn't buildings with his name on it, wasn't an insane inheritance, although that would have been lovely. Instead, he left me a sentence. I'm so good, I don't even know how good I am. And the reality is that sentence was never about denial. It wasn't about pretending that life wasn't perfect. It wasn't fake positivity. It was perspective. It was discipline. It was a decision. Because my grandfather understood something that most of us forget. You can choose the tone that you carry into a room. You can choose what comes out of your mouth before life dictates it. And now in my life, in caregiving, in homeschooling, in the messy middle, I catch myself saying his words, and I'm saying them more and more. I find myself saying it on the good days, but I find myself living in it on the hard days, whether it's my washing machine that stopped working the day after I got a new furnace, or whether it's our finances are tight and you're trying to figure life out, or sometimes I just feel like I'm stretched so thin and I don't know how I'm going to make it through the day. I say it, half laughing because I am, because I laugh my way through life, and half because I need to believe it. I have to hold on to it. I'm so good. I don't even know how good I am. I am determined in that moment that I am going to find the good in that day. I am going to find that thing that helps me get through that moment. And no matter what that day brings, whether it's a furnace that doesn't work, whether it's a washing machine that doesn't work, whether it's my dad who's losing his stuffing, or like today he walked out and he was holding his water bottle and he looked at me and he's like, "Where's my water?" And I was like, "Do you mean the one in your hand?" And he's like, "I just didn't know if I had another one." It's like, right. No matter what it is, I feel him and it steadies me. And it's not because life is perfect. It's because it helps me remember who I want to be. So here's the question for you. What sentence are you leaving behind? When people hear you talking, what do they hear? Do they hear calm? Do they hear hope? Do they hear resilience? Do they hear faith? Here's the reality. You're building your legacy every single day in the way that you talk to your cognitively declining parent, in the way that you communicate with your child when you're absolutely exhausted and have nothing left to give, in the way that you greet somebody at the grocery store. And you don't have to be perfect. My grandpa wasn't perfect. We didn't have a perfect relationship, but he chose his tone, and that tone changed my life. And now, decades later, it still shapes my nervous system on the hard days, even on the good days. It shapes my nervous system. And that's his legacy. So let's make this practical, because this is Cup of Joy. And we don't just talk about heart, we talk about tools and our toolboxes. So here are 3 tools to intentionally build the legacy that you want. Number 1, choose your anchor sentence. What's your sentence? Maybe it's going to be okay. Today is a gift, or one step at a time. Choose one, repeat it, live in it, because what you rehearse is who you become. Number 2, regulate before you respond. Legacy is built in reaction. Before you answer, before you snap, before you spiral, pause. Take a deep breath. Remember that your nervous system leads the home. Be intentional. Number 3, focus on who you are becoming. Hard seasons reveal you and they refine you. So ask yourself, when this chapter is over, who do I want to have been? Caregiving isn't just about managing decline. It's about reshaping dignity for them and for you. So the hardest part of my relationship with my grandpa is that we weren't always close. And as I look back, it's so much wasted time. But we had that 1.5 years, and it enables me to carry him forth with me. He changed my life for the better. And I carry him every day, and he gives me strength with the cloud of witnesses that I have. That is redemption. That is grace. And that is the beauty of an unfinished beginning having a meaningful ending. So if you're in the middle of a complicated relationship right now and it feels imperfect and you're questioning if your efforts even matter, hear me clearly. It does. They do. You're in the middle of building something, even though it's quiet, even though it's unseen, and even though it's messy. Join our Cup of Joy community. Like and subscribe as we keep choosing joy with honesty, as we build legacy and intention, as we support and encourage each other through the real stuff. Please let me know in the comments below, what is the sentence that you are leaving behind? I can't wait to hear the legacy that you are seeding today so that it can become deeply rooted in the lives of your loved ones tomorrow. I can't wait to read them. If this video resonated with you, I invite you to buy me a cup of coffee. Links in the description below. As always, I pray that this video met you where you are at, that it touched your spirit, and that it filled your cup, and that with that, you're able to go out into the world and overflow. Because if we all went out into the world and overflowed, the reality is we could change the world. After all, I'm so good, I don't even know how good I am. Have a beautiful day.